Hello and welcome to another update video about MATIC. MATIC sees a little bit of selling pressure today in line with the broader crypto market. Let's see how the market behaves when the US stock market opens. Typically we see a lot of additional volatility around that time. But here you can see the situation hasn't changed at all. The idea is still that we are in this wave 2 correction, which is a corrective pullback and which is correcting this advance, okay, this increase, this rally that happened between September and December. And I consider this move up as part of that correction, actually, like a massive WXY pattern. Alternatively, we could say the wave 1 sits here. It wouldn't change much. It would change the support area a couple of cents, but I did prefer to leave it a little bit more space, but I still haven't got confirmation that the low is in place. So I'm still looking at this as a WXY pattern, the Y wave likely unfolding, which is an ABC structure. And now let's zoom in. Support is between 73 cents and 58.3 cents. This is where the idea was that in this particular scenario, support should be found. And I think that's true. Support has been found. However, we haven't got that. I mean, there is a nice reaction, but I need to see more than that. The price hasn't even left the reversal zone to the upside. And I need to see next a break above 75 cents. This is the 50% retracement level of the third wave, that decline of the third wave. That's quite important because the third wave itself, as you can see, has 5 waves. So it seems like it needs another 4-5 pattern to complete unless this last move down is also a WXY. But then we're dealing with a WXY in a WXY, and that's just very unreliable, but it can happen. So of course the low could be in. I've marked it with a question mark, but I will not be able to give you some confirmation unless we get a break above that resistance level there, at least the Monday high, which, as I said, is located around 75 cents. What would come next? I mean, okay, so we could make one more low. That's, in this scenario, even though we break below support potentially, then acceptable. Bear in mind, it might just be a double bottom. Okay, they are rare, but they happen. Or just a marginally lower low, testing that 58 cent level, getting a rejection or finding support and then taking off. You know, so we are already very deep in support, but we haven't broken support. And even if we do, remember that the yellow zone is only an ideal support area. It is not a make or break point. The absolute make or break point for a wave 2 is the beginning of the wave 1, which is down here around 49.5 cents. But in all likelihood, normally such a wave 2 wouldn't even come down to that level, okay? So we wouldn't normally be looking for that, and we would not normally call that a wave 2 if the price comes down to that level. That's the thing, because it's then too low, too deep to be reliable. That's the main issue. Normally we would not expect a wave 2 to come down to that level. Well, break below it, let's say it like that, okay? And sustain. So either way, as soon as we see a reaction to the upside, we can call it possibly a wave 1. I will then track it. And the third wave should be a 5-wave move and should take us to minimally $1.57, but more likely would be the $1.76 level or higher. This is what I would call the first ideal target for a third wave. Then we should get a wave 4 pullback, which often lands around the 100% extension level. That would be $1.30. It depends a little bit on where the third wave goes, right? If the third wave extends above and beyond what is normally, let's say, considered an ideal target, and the third wave is known for that, you know, it's very typical that a third wave does that, well, then the fourth wave target would go higher. Maybe it will then just retrace to the $1.57 level. And the fifth wave to the upside might then also extend way higher. So at the moment, still in depression mode here. But yeah, I think for most altcoins, we are at the end of this correction. Could get one more low across the board, and that could be the last one. Bear in mind that can happen very quickly in the crypto world. These very rapid sell-offs, and then we can get a quick recovery. Yeah, so, and overall, basically what that means, all eyes need to be on that 75 cent level. The rally here, we might call it a diagonal pattern. We might call it a diagonal to the upside. So in contrast to some other coins, which are more clearly 3-wave movements, I can interpret that as 5, but not clearly. So I'd be leaning towards either a WXY structure, so correction, or if it is an ABC structure, A, B, C, then the C wave would be a 5-wave move, even though here the third seems the shortest as I just see it. So it's probably still rather a WXY then. Okay, so we would have problems also to count it really as 5. Yeah, it's not clearly 5. And even if it is, I wouldn't be able to confirm it with a break above the 75-cent level, which is the nearest resistance. Yeah, that's my update about MATIC. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.